We have to continue to pray for our broken systems, and we have an opportunity to get them fixed. We have to, those some of those things can be um, thoughtfully legislated. I'm not,
Hmm.
I'm not trying to legislate morality, but there are certain things that you can vote into existence. The most important thing is to vote. I mean, you can't let yourself be led to believe that because it seems not to make a difference, that it doesn't make a difference. Because that's, those, the Mitch McConnells of the world don't want you to vote
Hmm.
because they know the difference it will make if you do vote.
Hmm.
So we got to get out there. If we want to change this particular system right now, vote.
Yes. And putting money back into those communities that you were talking about.
I have in a right in my community there's a organization called uh, Recycling Black Dollars.
Mm,
Put money back into your neighborhood. Support your local mom and pop stores.
yes.
I mean that's a wonderful way to give back to the society.
Hmm. And making sure to yeah, I think of all of these communities that, even places that don't have grocery stores near them, and they aren't able to get far, to get public transportation to get to a grocery store, and it's too far. There's so many things that we need to do about putting back into the community, into our families, into uh, and investing back into the schools and the children. And I feel as though all of this discomfort that we are walking through right now, and the fact that we are forced into stillness to examine them and be confronted with them, are all useful tools right now. And we should be listening to those things.
Amen. I just want to say this: if there are any local politicians listening, the way to implement God back in schools, because I think part of the premise was they wanted to, somehow sublimate Christianity. The way I think it should be done is just like when we used to take the Pledge of Allegiance, uh, and we don't have to say just the Lord's Prayer, but give every student in the assembly. Let's take a 10-minute break right here. Or if you don't have 10 minutes, let's take 5 minutes right here for you to pray to the God of your understanding, whomever that God is, in whatever religion that you and your family practice. It doesn't have to be solely a Christian experience. Prayer is universal.
Hmm.
Person an opportunity to pray for the day. Let dear God in heaven, let my day go better.
Hmm.
Help me through my day. How
And
about that?
if that's not their thing, even just a moment of stillness and centering and meditation so that we can all connect with, you know, I personally, get up, and the first thing I do is I have to have a talk with God, and I think that's very, very powerful.
You don't, you better. I have a last question for you.
Yeah.
What's up with Grace and Darius?
Ah,
And Grace,
ah,
Noah?
say it again.
What's up with Grace and Darius? And then what's up with Grace and Noah?
Oh, it is tricky, isn't it?
I,
I know there was a lot of back and forth. I just love that everyone is invested in her love life like that. So she has two very different um, relationship experiences, and both are flawed. And I don't know if either of them are really serving her at the moment, but it's interesting to see her regard each while she's in the middle of a huge crisis with her son. that, you know, I don't know that she's necessarily on solid ground in her emotions to make a choice, or even if these are the right choices. But I love that we're creating juicy drama that is making people engage and get excited.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, my goodness, she has some boy drama tonight.
Oh yeah. And the beat goes on. And so will she hereafter.
Indeed, absolutely. Well, Keith David, I love you so much. You know that, but I love being in conversation with you, and I get to get this wisdom from you so regularly. So I thought it was a great opportunity right after the show for everybody to tune in and get to hear, you know, straight from the man, the way that you have enriched my life and how you enrich the life of those around you with your great wisdom and heart.
All right.
All right. Mwah. See you later. Good night, everybody.
Bye.